Hi, Weather Joe here with your bottom of the South Island weather recap and forecast. Not so much a recap, we're into forecasting now. And it is kind of recapping for you in the future to look over, and we'll give a little weather synopsis on how I've seen things work over the years. But forecast for all you wonderful beings, my friends, spirits and beings out of the land and in the mountains and the ocean. All the ones that I go out and play with and spend time with. So this is a little gift for you. But it is, let's see, Sunday, November 9 in our realm. Gives you a reference. Before we get started, as always, I'd like to thank and acknowledge the First Peoples, the ancestors of this land, the First Peoples, First Nations, who have watched over this land for time immemorial, and whose descendants continue to walk here today and allow us to live, work, and play on their beautiful traditional territories. Many thanks and much love. Okay, so let's get started on this. We talked about the last recap, and it was an October recap, but we got into a little forecast in the last session, where we talked about these two storms coming in, lots of wind and rain in those storms, early November wind and rain. You'll see those sort of systems that are coming in from this direction with a lot of southeast wind. You'll see a lot of rain for the east side of the Vancouver Island here. Not as much for the lower mainland and Victoria. We tend to be in a little bit of a shadow here in behind the Olympics, so we don't get a lot of rainfall. There's lots for the west coast hitting along there, but it swings around and comes in on the east coast. So that's kind of particular to those type of storms that have a lot of oomph from around there. Storms that come in this direction with a lot of moisture coming in here, they tend to really kind of soak the lower island and the lower mainland. Not so much on the east side, but we'll see some of those examples in the future, I'm sure, this winter. So where are we today? So again, the last forecast we talked about this high pressure that's been holding over this weekend. A system out here offshore steering a fairly strong amount of moisture up towards Haida Gwaii and the panhandle up here. That high pressure's been holding off, but we've also got the inversions that we were talking about. So the Alpine got fairly high up there. You look back at the records, fairly high in temperatures, +6, +7. Wasn't really affecting the snowpack so much on the higher Alpine. Mount Washington doesn't really have anything. I should know the indigenous name for that. The local mountains on the North Shore don't have anything, but the Alpine and Whistler does. Not really affected by the high temperatures until this front, which is now sliding down the island as we speak. It's going to bring some mild rain, but it's also going to peter out, but it will bring some mild rain later tonight and overnight, and rain up into the Alpine. So that'll wear away some of that new snow overnight, but not a ton of rain. In behind, we see a fairly mellow flow. I should be reminding myself, just wait 1 second. We should see temps drop in behind the passage of this front, but continued cloud arriving on Tuesday as remnants of a weak front move through. Yes. So yeah, in behind, a little bit of a west-southwest flow. Much cooler temperatures as this warm sector pushes on. Remnants of a weak front, as I mentioned. And then as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, and again, this is for you out there, we see a little bit of a low forming in here, coming in and just kind of forming in here. More of a trophy low. That's going to be around for Wednesday, Thursday. Let's see, I think the next bit of a bout of rain is due later Wednesday as a little low spins up offshore, drawing moisture up from the south. Yeah, so it's a southerly flow, but not too warm and not too much in the way of southwest winds. The rain showers continue through Thursday as this low crosses the island. So we're going to see this low kind of cross the island. In behind, we're actually seeing a fair amount of strong northwest winds for later Thursday. That'll continue to bring some showers up against the hills. The west coast will see some fairly strong winds in here. You may see a little bit of surf down the Juan de Fuca. After that, Friday looks quite mellow. And then that preludes, quite mellow Friday. That preludes a little bit more of a, lost it. Let's get back into this. I hope we get Friday before what looks like a wet weekend. So, that system that's around for Wednesday, Thursday, and that's what, 3 days away, 4 days away. Looks like it'll be cool enough, like not, it'll just southerly flow, but still cool enough that we may see snow on some of the lower hills. Definitely Mount Washington. I'm thinking maybe even the locals in Vancouver will see a dusting of snow. But after that, it looks like we've got some moisture coming in for next weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I did want to mention that today with this high pressure here, and maybe even yesterday, that would have been a summer day if it was in a different month, because it was really quite warm today. Sat in the sun in the morning. 15 degrees, beautiful sun on the face, even peeled the shirt off, got a little bit of sun, vitamin D for me. But thank you for sharing that with me out there and for allowing me to share this with you. And I hope you're all doing well in the future. And out there, the mountains, there's more snow to come. And we'll be seeing you up there in a little while. Anyway, as always, may the forecast be with you.